All right, in this video, we are going to learn how to make this happy new month flyer design in Canva. So let's jump right into Canva and do that now. So the first thing we're going to do is to come here and create a new document. This time, we're going to use the Instagram portrait size, which is the 4:5. I'm going to click on it and we're going to create a new page. All right, so once our page is created, so I'm going to hit Ctrl V on my keyboard to paste the elements that we're going to be using for the design. Now that our element have been posted, I'm going to click on the plus icon, which is going to create the exact page size. And now I'm just going to drag this one. I love working from left to right. Okay, and now we have all our elements here and the types that we're going to be using. First, let's work with our background. I'm going to select the background, come to this place here and change the color. I'm going to scroll down to the default gradient colors here and I'm going to pick on this one. Okay, and I'm going to scroll back up. I'm going to select this one, click on it again, and it's going to give me this gradient section where I can change the gradient style. So I'm going to come here and click the radial. Now we have our background. So I'm going to come back here and I'm going to select our image. I'm going to drag it into our design. This one, I'm going to make it real big and I'm going to remove the background. Once our background is removed, I can scale it back down a little bit and place it somewhere here like this. We'll come back to it to make proper adjustment later on, but let's just leave it like this. Now the next thing we're going to bring in our logo. Our logo is somewhere here, so I'm just going to select it. It's on the white background, that's why you can see it, but if I drag it here, definitely going to see it. Now I'm going to position it somewhere here. And now the next one we're going to bring is this metallic object. I'm going to come here. In order for you to get metallic object like this, just come to element, type here and say 3D abstract 3D abstract metallic. Okay, metallic. You're gonna see a bunch of metallic objects that you can use for your design. We have a whole bunch of them. You can either click on the photo or you click on graphics. I prefer graphics, so I'm just gonna come here and now you can see a bunch of 3D abstract metallic objects. If you really want to get more of 3D objects, just remove this metallic. You're going to see a bunch of 3D abstract objects that you can use to make your design. That is one. Beautiful, right? You can use it. So I'm just going to remove it and I'm going to make a metallic object big and I'm going to make it to be somewhere here so that it can act as part of the background and push the image from the background. So I'm going to come to position and I'm going to send that to the back. I'm going to push it right behind this image. Now that this is done, we're going to come back to our image, our elements. Now we're going to drag all of this into our design. So now we're going to begin working with our text. But before we do that, let's bring in a shape. Let's come to element. Let's close this so that we can have access to shape. Now we have it here and we're going to bring in a rectangle. Actually it's a square. We just kind of drag the other end to make it a rectangle. So now that we have this, we're going to position it somewhere here and let's make it like this so that it reaches from the end to end. So we're going to come here and we're going to make it white. Okay, click on the white and now we're going to come to this curve, round corners, and we're going to round off the corners like this. Okay, now we're going to make our image a little bit smaller because obviously it's too big. Okay, now that we have this, we're going to start making our design come to life with this text. So we're going to make a duplicate of this and now we're going to remove everything else and we're going to just leave the word June. Okay, once that is done, we're going to make it center align and we're going to remove this italics. We're going to select all our text, Ctrl A, and we're going to remove this italics. We're going to make it bold. So we're going to select it and we're going to make it really big and we're going to cut off this remaining part so that we don't have too much part there. So we're going to make it this size and now we're going to come to color and we're going to make the color to be white. So we're going to do some drop shadowing into the design. We're going to come to effect and we're going to come to drop shadow. In our drop shadow, we're going to make the direction to be around 30 or 31 ish. Okay, 30 or 31 ish, that would be great. Then the offset, we're going to make it to be 100. Okay, now the blur, we're going to make it to be 100 as well. Then for the transparency, we're going to take it to be around 11, 10 ish, thereabout. You can make it 10 or maybe you can just round it off to 10. Okay, now that we have this, giving it this soft shadow, we're going to make a duplicate of it. We're going to click on that plus icon and now we can make it smaller. Now what we can do, we're going to copy the whole of this text, happy new month, Ctrl C, and we're going to come here and we're going to Ctrl V. We're going to make it like this and we're going to make it left align. Then we can scale it real down. And now what we can do is to place it by the side like this, and we're going to make it smaller. Going to place it by the side. And now for this other one, which is the welcome to the month of, we're going to remove all these parts. Before that, let's make a copy of it so that we don't, let's make a copy, duplicate, come here, and now we can actually work with this part. So we're going to delete this part. And now this one, for this font, we're going to select Adventurer Unlimited. So we're going to come here and just search for Adventurer, or Adventure, not Adventurer, Adventure Unlimited. Let's see for Adventure. Okay, this font right here, we're going to select it, and we're going to make the color, select all, control, not select all, I mean select all the text, Control A, then we're going to come here and we're going to make it white. Okay, and we're going to make it like this. Now there is a tracking to this text, and we're going to take it out. So come to this plus icon. If your text, if your June does not appear to be this close, it's because there is a setting here that you can operate. Make sure that your letter spacing is -26, and make sure that your line spacing is 1.1. 1.1. Okay, then you'll be able to get this tracking. Now if I should Control A and I come here and I reset all of this, let's say we make this one to be 0, and we make this one to be 0, or yeah, this is how your text is going to look. But in order to get it close, just come here and make this to be around that 66, -66, 60 thereabout. Then we can come here to have this one doesn't matter because there's no line spacing, but it was needed because of something like this. So you can come here and make it to be, because this is what controls the letter spacing. So you just have to take note of that. So we can have it the 1.1, 1.2, 1.3, doesn't matter, but let it be 1.1. Okay, then we have this now. Then for this one, we have the letter spacing. We're going to take it out because we don't need it, because it's going to make the script fonts to be jump packed. What I mean is, if you should select this now, let me select it, and you come here, let me push it by the side. If you come here and you make it to be the letter spacing, and you make it so tight, it's going to be jump packed, and you're not going to be seeing what you're doing. So we don't really need the letter spacing to be adjusted on this one. So what we can do now is to scale it down. But because this font is so tiny, we're going to do some effect on it. We're going to come to effects, and we're going to come to outline, and we're going to give it some weight. Okay, by giving it some weight, it's going to make it a little bit faster. So we're going to come here and change the color to white. Then we're going to push the thickness, we're going to push it down a bit. Okay, we don't need it that much, maybe 5 or thereabout. Maybe we can push it a little bit down more, like 2, 3, just to give it some weight. Okay, now what I'm doing is actually this. So now that that is done, and we already have this, so the only thing that's remaining is our CTA, which is at the bottom. I can push this one a little bit downward, and now I can copy this part, Control C, or maybe I just delete the other part, because obviously we're done with this other text. And now we can drag this one. Let me click off. Now we can drag this one here, and we can make a copy of it by clicking that plus icon. And now right here we can delete this other part. And we can come here too and delete this front part. So we can come here, delete, and just click delete. So we're going to select both of them. I'm going to come to position. I'm going to align them. So we're going to come to arrange, and now we're going to come to middle, which is going to automatically arrange them to be in the middle. So now we have this. We're going to bring a line to our design. We are still in shape. Remember how we got here? We came to shape and we had all these elements. This is line, and we're going to click on line. If you want to bring a line into your design, the shortcut is actually L on your keyboard. If I click on L, it's going to bring a line. If I click on C, it's going to bring a circle. If I click on arrow, it's going to bring a rectangle. So those are shortcuts you can take note of. So I'm just going to delete all this, and now I'm going to delete this. So let's rotate this one, and to be 90 degree. Okay, I'm going to hold down my shift key while I'm adjusting so that it can move straight. Now that we're done with that, we're going to come here and just use it as a divider. So I'm going to position this one here, position this one here. Now for the thickness of the line, I can come here now and make it to be around 1 to thereabouts. Okay, now we have this. Okay, one last thing to be done. Not really one last thing. There's still much to be done. I'm going to click on this, which is going to make a duplicate of it, and now we can make it, let's try to align it with what we already have, and now we're going to make it real big. Okay, almost moving from end to end of the design, and now we're going to position it somewhere here. Okay, and we're going to push it to the back. Come here, come to layer, and push it behind the image of the lady. And now we're going to come to opacity, which is this icon here, and just take it down. And now this is going to give you another background that's already existing with the glory background that we already have. Okay, we're going to do some touching to the image, but before then, I notice our design is really downwards. So what we can do is to select all of this and just push it upward. Okay, so that we can have a space, because there is something we want to add here. So what I can do now, I'm going to click on, what's the shortcut to bring in a square? Arrow. Just click on arrow, you're going to get that. So now what we have is this, and we're going to round off the edges. We're going to come here, round off the edges, and we're going to come to color, and we're going to use this default color right here, the one we used for the background. Okay, now we're going to give it some stroke. We're going to come here and we're going to give it some stroke. We're going to take this stroke down to about 2 thereabouts and click enter. Now for our stroke color, we're going to come here, this way you change your stroke color, and we're going to use this the same gradient. Okay, but this time we're going to come here to make some adjustment. Just click again to make the adjustment, and we're going to come here and we're going to make it pure white. Okay, and now what we have is this. Okay, so what we can do, let's round off this edge to be, let's round it off completely, so we can bring it here and bring it somewhere here like this. We're going to make a copy of this text so that we can use it here. This time you can just type in your name, or you can type in something like keep moving. Okay, keep moving, and we're going to scale in. And as I'm scaling in, I'm holding down my control key while I'm using my scroll wheel on my mouse to scroll in and out. Hold down my control key and use my scroll wheel on my mouse to scroll in and out. So now we have this. What I can do, I'm going to remove this all caps, or I have to type it again because my caps lock was on when I was typing. So I'm just going to type it again. I remove my caps lock and keep moving. Okay, now that we have this, we're going to center align this text, and now what we got is this. I'm going to select both of them. First, let's change this color to white. We'll come here and change the color to white. Now select both of them and just scale down. Okay, now we have this, and we're just going to rotate it about some degree, 3 or 3ish. Okay, thereabouts. Okay, and let's make it a little bit smaller and just position it somewhere like this. So now we're going to come to our elements. We need a pointer. Okay, this is a pointer. It's actually in your shape. It's a recent shape that I've used, but I don't really like this pointer. Okay, so I'm going to come back here. I'm going to type pointer. If you don't see pointer, you can actually type click. Okay, now we have all this here. You can use this one. And now what we can do is to rotate it. Actually don't like this one. I needed the one that has this rounded edge, but we can make use of it, something like this. But let's make use of this one, and we're going to change the color to yellow. Okay, we have this default yellow here that I like, this one. Just click on it, and that's what we're going to be using. And I'm going to position it somewhere like this. Okay, and we're going to select all of this. Let's drag this on a bit. Let's make it more smaller. Okay, and now we can position it at this edge like this. Let me make it a little bit bigger. Now we can select everything here and we can group them so that we can move them at the same time. So the last thing we're going to do, or let's ungroup them, because we're going to make some drop shadow on this shape. So we're going to come here, effect, and we're going to come to drop shadow. On the drop shadow, we're going to make our direction to be around 22, 23, 24, 20ish. Okay, the direction for the offset, we're going to make it to be around 62, 60, 65ish. Okay, or thereabout. And then for the blur, we're going to make the blur to be about 14, 16 or thereabout, just to give it some real blur effect. And for the transparency, we're going to make it to about 11 or so, because we want it to be really faded. And that's it. Now that we got all this, now we can group everything together again. Select. I'm holding down my shift key while I'm selecting, and it's going to select everything. Then I'm going to group them. All right, now the last thing we're going to do is actually to work on the image, because the image is blur. I think my June is not in the center, so what I can do, we can actually make this one July. Since June is gone, we can say July, or let's just leave it in June. Okay, now we have this. Let's come to position, let's try to align it. Come here and just say center align. Okay, now we have it center align. Then this one too is already at the center, that's why the center is grayed out. So now let's work on the image. Come to edit and come to adjust. Then now we're going to work on the design here. So what we can do now is to increase the vibrance, and the vibrance is going to increase it to about 30, 34, 30ish. Okay, then for the color, I mean for the sharpness, we're going to increase it to about 50, 50ish or thereabout. Okay, something like this. This is going to make the image really come to life. Then lastly, we can actually come here and just move the shadow a little bit. This is going to give it some real vibrance. Then lastly, this blue of the shade is not bluing enough in my eye, so I'm going to come to this blue and I can change, I can increase the saturation. This is going to make the blue really pop up. What this simply means is I can also change the color of the outfits by dragging this slider. Okay, now we can get different color, but I don't want to do that, so I'm going to click on 0 and make it to be the blue that it was. And that's it, and that is our flyer. We're going to bring this a little bit down, and that is our new mod flyer design. I hope you enjoyed the tutorial. Please do your assignments. The element for the design has already been provided, so do and submit in the community, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.